Welcome back, everybody. Welcome back to another episode of Football Roundup. And today we will be talking about the Champions League. So, before we get further into this video, just click the like button, hit the share button, and comment down below your thoughts based on what you'll see further on in this video, and ensure that you subscribe right now if you're watching this and you're not a part of the Football Roundup family. So enough of that talk. Now let's get into the real business of what this video is all about. So as I said, we'll be talking about the Champions League, and the Champions League returned, and it returned in quite a fashion, I might add. The round of 16 started on Valentine's Day, and AC Milan and Bayern Munich did not show any love to PSG or Tottenham Hotspur. For AC Milan, Brahim Diaz's early strike gave them the win and put them one step closer to the quarterfinals. If they do advance to the quarterfinals, it will be the first time AC Milan is qualifying for the quarterfinals of the Champions League in 11 years. Talk about a long wait. However, in the other game of the day, Kingsley Coman was the star of the Bayern show, as his goal put Bayern in pole position to advance to the quarterfinals round of the Champions League. PSG were of course without Kylian Mbappe, but they had enough attacking strength and they could have played better throughout the entire game. They had Messi and they had Neymar, so they had enough attacking spark to do what they needed to do and get the job done. However, they couldn't get the ball over the line. They got it over the line a few times, but it was chalked off for offside. PSG will have to wait until the second leg to try and come back from this 1-0 deficit. I think they can. They have enough attacking strength, but they might be without another star player. So the first leg they had to play most of the game without Kylian Mbappe, and for the second leg they might have to play without their star man Neymar. Neymar picked up an ankle injury over the weekend in their League One match against Lille. They won the match and Neymar even scored their second goal for them. However, in the 51st minute he had to be stretched off due to an injury. So it remains a question mark if Neymar will feature or even be in the squad for that game. So those were the games for Tuesday for the resumption of the Champions League. Now we move over to Wednesday, where two more matches were played. In that match, Benfica came away with a 2-0 win over Club Brugge. It wasn't a good day for Club Brugge, but let's see what they can do in the second leg of the tie. I expect Benfica to do enough to come away with the win, but let's see what happens. This is the Champions League, and let's be honest, anything can happen. Now we're going to talk about a player called Enzo Fernandez. So the team that he left played on Wednesday and they won, and the team that he went to, which is Chelsea, they lost. I think Todd Bowley's slogan is more signings but no goals, because Chelsea have spent the most on signings since Todd Bowley took over the club, and they still cannot score. So his slogan must be more signings but no goals. Chelsea were beaten 1-0 by Dortmund in their match, and it came in the 63rd minute. Chelsea had a lot of chances in that match, like several chances in that match, but it just never clicked for them. Their play was desperately crying out for a goal scorer, and the only goal scorer that we know of in their side is not in the squad, and I'm talking about Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang. So Graham Potter made the marvelous choice to not include Aubameyang in the squad for the knockout stages of the Champions League. Was that a good choice? Was it not? I don't know. You guys are not scoring goals. He's a goal scorer. I think, you should have included him in the squad. He might not be performing at his best right now, but y'all bought him for a reason. Well, then again, when you come to think of it, Chelsea's transfer strategy doesn't make any sense. So I even can say that with much confidence. But y'all saw something and brought him to the club. So it's only fair that he's the only goal scorer at the club, and I think y'all should give him a chance. Don't get me wrong. Mudryk, all these other young youths, they have spark, but this is the Champions League we're talking about. This is the big stage. You need to start scoring goals in order to win games. And Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang will get you goals. Call it what you may. He might be having a rough time, but when that man sparks, he sparks. So, Chelsea, y'all need to come back better in the second leg, because something needs to change. So let's see if Chelsea can be a bit more clinical in the second leg of that fixture. As I said, they created a lot of chances, but it just never stuck. And I think that's because they just didn't have a clinical striker in the box or in and around the box to help them get that crucial goal. Moving on to the next week of games, where the Champions League was still on this week, and we saw Liverpool taking on Real Madrid. So let's talk about Liverpool's defense. We can't say much because their defense was non-existent against Real Madrid. And their defense has been quite non-existent throughout this season. But let's just keep it at the Real Madrid game. The game started off beautifully. They were in control, 2-0 up. You know, Darwin Núñez, wonderful goal. Wonderful goal. The second goal, Courtois basically gifted Salah that. And then after that, five goals. 5. I bet all those Liverpool defenders are dreaming about Benzema. Like, they can't close their eyes and not see him. He's their worst nightmare at this point in time. Trent and Vinicius, oh my God. Let's not even talk about that. But Liverpool lost the match 5-2 and will be looking to turn around their fortunes in the second leg. But it's going to be quite hard because this is Real Madrid. Even though Liverpool were in a comfortable position in the first couple of minutes of the game, this is Real Madrid. They always pull off these things when it comes to the Champions League. Remember when they had Cristiano Ronaldo at Real Madrid? Oh my God. They were basically unstoppable at times. Real Madrid are still unpredictable all the time when it comes in the Champions League. So this win, it surprised me, but it also didn't surprise me because this is what they do. They always come up clutch when it comes on to the Champions League. And Real Madrid will definitely be looking to add to that 5-2 win and book their spot in the quarterfinals and retain their Champions League title. And in the day's other game, Napoli edged a 2-0 win over Frankfurt. And guess who was on the score sheet again? If you said Victor, you guessed correct. He was on the score sheet once again in a 2-0 victory over Frankfurt, as I said. And this is his 20th goal of the season thus far. Talk about a man on form. Yeah. So he has also been linked to a lot of clubs. So let's see if he will stay at Napoli or he will leave. We all know that Manchester United has been heavily linked with him. So let's see what happens for them. So Napoli are in pole position to advance with their win over Frankfurt, and they will be looking to build on that 2-0 victory. And in the final matches of the round of 16 encounter for the first legs, we saw Manchester City taking on Leipzig, and Leipzig held them out to a 1-1 draw. They were of course without talisman midfielder Kevin De Bruyne. They started a strong side, but they just weren't able to get the goals in the end. Leipzig came out in the second half a completely different side, and that changed the game in its entirety. They came out and looked like a team that was ready to fight, that was ready to go toe-to-toe with Manchester City. And they took control of the game, and that was Manchester City's downfall after that. Manchester City will be now looking to go into that second fixture having KDB fit and Haaland on the score sheet. Haaland was not on the score sheet today. He had a couple of chances, but it never stuck for him today. So let's hope that for Manchester City's sake, they can get over the line in their second leg fixture and advance to the quarterfinals, because we all know that Pep desperately wants the Champions League title for Manchester City this season. Will they get it? Question marks still surround that. Do they have the squad to get it? Yes, they do, but there are holes and gaps in their team, and that might be their downfall, as shown in the Leipzig game. So let's see what comes from them in the second leg. And in the last game we'll talk about, it is Inter Milan versus Porto. Inter Milan got the win in the 86th minute, courtesy of Chelsea outcast Lukaku coming on as a super sub and getting the only goal of the game to beat 10-man Porto. It's good to know that at least somebody affiliated with Chelsea is scoring goals. So that's it for the round of 16 roundup here at Football Roundup. The round of 16 certainly did not disappoint. Some teams will be looking to advance to the quarterfinals and build on their first leg showings, and some teams will be looking to bounce back and cause some upsets. So going into the second leg, it promises to be a real treat. Ensure that you guys don't miss it, and also ensure that you like, share and subscribe this video. Share Football Roundup with your friends and your family. I thank you for watching this video, and stay tuned for another episode of Football Roundup. Big up on yourself, and we're out. Well, me out, because Marshall and Tavin aren't here. So let me change that. I'm out.